Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. You ever meet a woman and something in her eyes lingers a little too long, like she's trying to tell you a secret she's terrified you'll notice? Let me ask you something. What if you've already stolen her heart and she's been dropping signs so quietly that you walked right past them without ever realizing you had that kind of power? Most men never see it, not because they're blind, but because she's scared of how deeply she already feels. And before you doubt it, before you assume you don't stand a chance, listen closely. Women fall silently first, loud later, and the kind of signs she gives when her guard is slipping aren't loud or obvious. They're soft, warm, almost invisible unless someone finally tells you how to read them. Now I will. See, a woman doesn't let her heart be stolen by accident. She lets it happen in moments she assumes you'll never remember, like the way she pauses before speaking when she's around you, because she wants every word to land perfectly, or the way her voice softens only for you, just a little, like she's subconsciously letting you into a softer, more vulnerable version of her that nobody else gets. But let me give you the first sweet sign that you've captured her heart without even knowing it. She becomes emotionally tuned into you, not because she's trying to impress you, but because your emotional world suddenly matters to her more than she's willing to admit. Watch closely. When she asks how your day was, it's not small talk, it's investment. When she laughs too easily around you, it's not politeness, it's joy. When she remembers something tiny you mentioned, your favorite snack, your childhood dream, that thing that annoys you at work, that's her heart showing up before she does. Men underestimate this. They think women are just naturally attentive. No, she's not attentive with everyone. She's attentive with the man who reached a part of her she didn't expect to open. And here's the part you need to understand. Women don't show interest the way men do. Men pursue with action. Women reveal interest with emotional alignment. That means she reacts differently to you than she does to other men. She listens deeper. She texts differently. She smiles in a way that almost exposes her, like she's fighting the instinct to get closer and failing beautifully. She'll try to hide it. She'll pretend the feelings aren't growing. She'll act like you don't affect her at all. But her behavior betrays her. She'll check your social media not to stalk, but to feel connected. She'll glance at your lips when you're not looking. She'll get a little nervous when you pay attention to another woman. Not jealous in a dramatic way, jealous in a fear of losing you before she ever had you weigh. A woman's heart doesn't announce itself. It slips toward the man who makes her feel safe, seen and desired without trying. And if she's already doing these things, there's a very real chance you have no idea how deeply you've already affected her. You think she's just being nice. You think she's just friendly. No. This is the kind of interest she couldn't hide even if she wanted to. And trust me, if she's showing even one of these behaviors, she's feeling way more than she's ready to admit. There's a moment, subtle, almost fragile, when a woman stops treating you like just another man and starts treating you like the one she's quietly, secretly hoping chooses her. And if you've stolen her heart without realizing it, this second sweet sign will slip out of her without warning. She becomes beautifully, unintentionally protective of your emotional space. Not clingy, not possessive, protective. Most men notice physical signs first, touches, proximity, eye contact. But the deeper signs, the real ones, those show up in her behavior when your feelings are at stake. Watch how she responds when you're stressed, overwhelmed, or going through something heavy. A woman whose heart has already chosen you doesn't run from your emotional weight. She moves toward it, quietly, softly, like she's trying to lift something off you without you noticing she's helping. She'll check up on you more than usual, not in a "where are you" way, but in a "are you okay" way. That tiny shift reveals everything. Because when a woman cares at the heart level, she doesn't want to control your world. She wants to make it less heavy. And she'll do it in ways you'd never even think to interpret as love. She'll send you that voice note when you sound off. She'll reassure you when you feel insecure. She'll hype you up when you underestimate yourself. She becomes the calm you didn't ask for, but needed more than you knew. And the beautiful part? She doesn't do it expecting anything back. That's how you know her heart is already slipping into something deeper. Another sign, she takes responsibility for your emotional comfort around her. If you're the type who shuts down, she won't force you to talk. If you're the type who needs space, she'll give it without guilt. If you're the type who struggles to express what you feel, she'll read those feelings like a language engraved into your silence. A woman in love doesn't need your words to understand you. Your energy tells her everything. And there's something even sweeter. She'll start protecting you in social situations too. If someone speaks over you, she'll subtly bring the spotlight back to you. If someone disrespects you, she'll give them a look that feels like a warning covered in sugar. If you're uncomfortable, she'll notice before anyone else does. It's not something she thinks about, it's instinct. Like her heart has assigned her a role she never auditioned for, but stepped into flawlessly. This kind of woman will also soften around you, not because she's trying to impress you, but because you've become the safest emotional place in her world. Her tone changes. Her eyes relax. Her body language opens. She lets herself be more feminine, because your presence makes her feel protected without you ever lifting a finger. That's the kind of attraction she can't fake, and she won't show it to a man who doesn't matter. But here's the part most men overlook. When she's falling for you, she starts worrying about how you feel around her. She'll overthink her texts. She'll replay your conversations in her mind. She'll try to avoid saying anything that might make you uncomfortable. Not because she's insecure, but because you've become important. And important people trigger carefulness. A woman only protects the man she hopes to keep. If you're seeing any of this, even in small doses, trust me. Her heart is already leaning your direction harder than she wants to admit. There's a point in a woman's emotional journey where her heart starts betraying her in the sweetest, most unexpected ways. And if you've stolen her heart without realizing it, this next sign becomes almost impossible for her to hide. She lets you see the real her, the version she never shows the world. Most men think women open up easily. They don't. Women may talk a lot, but they rarely reveal. There's a difference between conversation and vulnerability. And a woman only becomes vulnerable with a man who has already touched her heart in ways she can't explain. When she feels something real, she stops performing and starts unfolding. You'll notice it first in the moments she doesn't plan. She'll start telling you things she's never said out loud before, about her childhood, her fears, her doubts, her dreams, the moments that shaped her, the insecurities she hides behind her smile. Not because she wants your sympathy, but because your presence makes her feel safe enough to lower the shields she's used for years to protect herself. A woman who hasn't caught deep feelings keeps conversations light, predictable, surface level. But a woman whose heart is slipping into yours, she starts letting you into the backstage of her soul. It's in the way she admits she overthinks, the way she talks about the wounds she's scared to reopen, the way she tells you what she truly wants in life, not the version she tells everyone else, but the version she whispers only in the presence of someone who feels like home. And the wildest part? She'll do this without fully realizing she's doing it. You'll notice the second she looks at you differently while opening up, like she's checking if you see her differently now, like she's handing you her unfiltered self and silently praying you don't judge her for it. Men misunderstand this moment all the time. They think it's normal. It's not. A woman revealing her soul is the emotional equivalent of her placing her heart into your hands and hoping you don't drop it. You'll hear it in her tone. When she talks about something painful, her voice softens. When she shares something meaningful, her eyes linger on yours, waiting, searching, hoping. When she laughs about something embarrassing, it's not because she's careless. It's because you make her feel accepted enough to expose her imperfections. And here's the sweetest part of this sign. She'll want to know the real you too. Not the polished version, not the confident mask, not the highlight reel. She'll ask questions that go deeper than, "What do you do?" or "What's your favorite food?" She'll ask about your fears, your pressure, your hidden ambitions, your regrets. A woman who's falling for you won't just open herself. She'll try to open you too, not to pry, but to connect. You'll notice she remembers everything meaningful you share, not just your favorite music or the name of your pet growing up. She remembers the things you didn't think she'd notice, the tone in your voice when something hurts you, the way you pull back when you're overwhelmed, the dreams you mention once and then bury. She'll bring them up at the exact moment you need to hear them, because a woman only reveals herself and learns you with that level of tenderness when her heart has already started choosing you. If she's doing any of this, trust me, she's already feeling something deeper than she's ready to admit out loud. There's a shift that happens in a woman when her heart quietly anchors itself to you. A shift so gentle, most men never recognize it until it's too late. If you've stolen her heart without even knowing it, this next sign will show itself in the sweetest, most revealing ways. She starts imagining you in her future, long before she ever tells you. Women don't fantasize about a man they feel nothing for. They don't picture possibilities with someone who doesn't emotionally move them. But when a man reaches her heart, softly, unexpectedly, her mind begins to weave him into her plans without her permission. And the first way she reveals it is subtle. She starts using we instead of you or I. Even in small conversations she thinks mean nothing. She might say, "We should try that cafe," or "We'd probably get lost traveling together," or "We'd kill it as a team." She won't even realize how intimately she's speaking, but her language exposes her heart, because a woman only speaks in we with a man her soul feels drawn toward. You'll notice she also begins initiating small shared experiences. She'll send you places she wants to go, restaurants, movies, events, not as hints for dates, but because her heart is already imagining you beside her. She'll ask your opinion on things that don't even affect you directly, her outfit choices, her plans, her ideas, because your perspective suddenly matters in the architecture of her life. And here's a deeper layer most men miss. She includes you emotionally in her victories and her struggles. When something amazing happens, you're one of the first people she wants to tell, not because she wants attention, but because your happiness for her feels important. When something goes wrong, you're the first place her mind runs, not because she needs saving, but because your support has become a form of emotional safety she didn't expect to crave. A woman falling for you will also begin testing the emotional fit between your worlds. She'll share stories about her family, her friends, her values, not just to open up, but to quietly see if your life and hers feel compatible. She'll ask about what you want in the next 5 years, not to trap you, but to understand if your paths align in ways her heart secretly hopes. And then there's the sweetest sign of all. She gets nervous about losing you, even though she hasn't fully told you how she feels. She won't show it dramatically. It appears in quiet ways. She'll get a little softer when you mention another woman. She'll ask questions that gently protect her emotional territory. Do you like her? Is she your type? But she'll ask it with a smile so you don't see the tremble underneath. She might pull back slightly if she fears you're slipping away, not because she's done, but because she doesn't want to invest deeper into something she believes she can't have. Women protect their hearts even when they're giving them, especially then. And here's the part most men never notice. She stops comparing you to other men. Every woman does that at first, analyzing, observing, measuring compatibility. But when her heart chooses you, the comparisons disappear. Suddenly, it's you she wants. You she feels comfortable with. You she imagines laughing with 10 years from now. You she accidentally dreams about. If she's unintentionally building a future with you in her mind, even if she doesn't say it out loud, you're already inside her heart in a way she can't undo. There's a final sign, a powerful, unmistakable shift that reveals you've stolen her heart in a way she can't hide, even if she tries. And this one is the most beautiful of all, because when a woman truly falls for you deeply, quietly, genuinely, she lets herself be inspired by you. Not impressed, inspired. And that's a completely different level of emotional attachment. Most men think attraction is about looks, status, money, but a woman's heart isn't captured by what you show the world. It's captured by who you are when the world stops watching. If you've touched her heart, you'll see it in how she slowly starts becoming a better version of herself simply because you exist in her life. She'll elevate her habits, her mindset, her goals, not to win you, but because being around you makes her believe more in her own potential. You become the quiet motivation behind her growth. She'll start caring more about her health, her career, her future, not out of pressure, but out of pride. She wants to stand beside you, not behind you. That's how a woman behaves when her heart is fully invested. She becomes the kind of woman she believes a man like you deserves. And the sweetest part? She doesn't even realize she's doing it. Another thing she can't hide: she admires you in a way that's subtly worshipful. Not in a dramatic or obsessive way, but in the way her eyes soften when you talk about your passions. The way she listens, really listens, because your mind fascinates her. The way she supports your dreams even more intensely than you do. That admiration is one of the purest signs of genuine affection. Women don't admire men they don't love. They may respect them, they may enjoy them, but admiration, that's emotional surrender. And here's something far deeper: she becomes loyal to you long before there's any label. Loyal in her attention, loyal in her energy, loyal in how she talks about you to others, loyal in the way she instinctively protects your image when you're not around. She won't entertain men who try to flirt with her, not because she's taken, but because her heart already belongs to you in a way she hasn't publicly claimed yet. That kind of loyalty comes from a place she can't logically explain, only feel. You'll also notice she becomes more patient with you than she usually is with anyone else. Every woman has limits until she falls for someone who makes her soul soften. She'll forgive your delays, your moods, your imperfections, because her heart is no longer analyzing you. It's choosing you. And when a woman chooses you, emotionally and quietly, she gives grace she doesn't offer to anyone else. But here is the ultimate sign, the one she can't hide, ever. She looks at you differently. Not like a friend, not like an option, but like a man she feels connected to on a level she didn't expect. Her eyes linger a second longer. Her expression softens when you walk into the room. Her smile becomes involuntary when you say her name. A woman's eyes always reveal the truth her words aren't ready to speak. And if you've seen any of these signs, any of them, you haven't just stolen her heart. She's already imagining what her life looks like with you in it. That's the kind of emotional truth women rarely admit, but always feel.